How to attract any woman, even if she isn't interested. Introduction. The paradox of attraction and the journey to emotional self-sufficiency. Have you ever found yourself chasing a woman who seemed to be getting more and more distant? No matter how much you dedicate yourself, try to impress her with pretty words, caring gestures, or even make yourself available. What you notice is that she is increasingly distant. It might seem like a cruel paradox. The more you chase her, the further she pulls away. And the more you try to become the perfect man, kind, caring, agreeable, the more she starts to see in you a lack of emotional power. It's frustrating, isn't it? It feels like everything you've learned until now about what it means to be a good man or a good partner is pushing you even further away from attracting the woman you desire. The hard truth is that women aren't attracted to men who need approval, no matter how kind or caring they are. They're attracted to men who have a clear purpose, who know who they are, and who are not afraid to lose the woman rather than lose their own emotional identity. This content will transform the way you view relationships and attraction. We will explore the concepts of emotional self-sufficiency and understand why, instead of chasing, you should face your inner fears, take control of your emotional life, and be an authentic man, without depending on anyone's validation. If you stop trying to impress her and start focusing on becoming a man of value, everything will start to change, not only in how she sees you, but also in how you see and behave yourself. The paradox of chasing. How you're putting yourself in an inferior position. The perception that chasing or constant effort is a way to win a woman is a mistaken but widely spread idea. Many men believe that if they are available all the time, pleasing her and always being attentive, they will win her heart. However, this is exactly what pushes them away. The psychology behind chasing when you constantly try to please a woman. Show that you are good all the time or be available for every call or message. What you are actually doing is showing emotional weakness disguised as virtue. Psychologically, when a woman realizes that a man lacks emotional self-sufficiency, she starts to see the relationship as unbalanced. You are placing yourself as emotionally dependent on her, and this is a major turn-off. Real men don't seek approval, nor do they sacrifice themselves to please. They are not afraid of rejection because they know their value regardless of how the other person sees them. This is the first step towards transformation, not submitting to a relationship where you see yourself as emotionally inferior, always waiting to be validated by the woman. Why attraction is not based on effort, but on purpose. Women are attracted to men who have a clear purpose, who know where they want to go in life. They can sense when a man is acting without a real goal, just waiting for something in return. Genuine attraction comes from who you are, what you represent, and the value you have without needing the other person to validate it. True attraction doesn't come from trying to impress or please, but from being a complete man, who has his own life, clear goals, and who doesn't depend on the woman to be happy. When you don't chase her, when you don't need her to approve of your existence, she begins to perceive you as a man of value who she cannot have easily. This generates desire and respect. The fear of rejection. How to transform fear into strength. Many men have an irrational fear of rejection. They fear that if they approach a woman who doesn't show immediate interest, it will make them undesirable. This fear is the root of many inappropriate behaviors in relationships, such as excessive chasing, a lack of authenticity, and the loss of emotional control. Rejection. The greatest test of a man's character, however, rejection should not be feared, but seen as an opportunity for growth. The true test of a man's character is his ability to be rejected and still maintain his composure. This is what makes a man respected and attractive in a woman's eyes. When you are able to be rejected and move on, without emotionally collapsing, you demonstrate emotional self-sufficiency. The man who knows how to deal with rejection without losing himself emotionally is a man who is in control of his own emotional life, and this ability is profoundly attractive. He doesn't need the woman's validation to know who he is and what he deserves. And it is this man, calm, firm, and unafraid of rejection, who begins to become irresistible. Real attraction. The transformation from trying to be interesting to being interested. The big mistake that many men make when trying to attract a woman is to try to be interesting. This leads them to become insecure and artificial. They make changes to their personality, their behavior, and even their values to try to impress the woman. But the reality is that the more you try to be interesting, the more you lose yourself. The key to true attraction: becoming interested, not interesting. Instead of trying to impress her with words and actions, the secret to true attraction lies in being genuinely interested in her ideas, feelings, and what she has to offer. Instead of changing to fit her expectations, be authentic. Have genuine curiosity about her life and care about what she thinks. Men who are genuinely interested in the women they are with have more success because they are not trying to be something they are not. They are building true connections based on genuine communication and mutual respect. Silence is power. How it transforms your attraction and your personal life, silence can be one of the most powerful tools a man can use in a relationship. When you step back and don't respond, you are not just physically distancing yourself, but you are exercising emotional control in a way that is often more effective than any conversation. Silence creates mystery and forces the woman to realize what she is losing. This silence is not manipulation, but a way of reaffirming your emotional self-sufficiency. How silence creates desire and curiosity. When you step back without drama, the woman begins to question herself. She realizes that you are no longer available, and this creates an emotional vacuum. The human brain becomes obsessed with solving gaps, and when you exit the scene, she starts to wonder where you are and what you are doing. Curiosity becomes a key factor, and by realizing that you are no longer within her easy reach, she begins to be more interested in you because you become a source of desire and mystery. Inner transformation and real attraction. What you have learned so far is that true attraction is not based on pleasing, being accepted, or waiting for validation. True attraction is born from a man who has a clear purpose, emotional self-sufficiency, and who is not afraid of being rejected. When you walk away from the cycle of pleasing and start focusing on becoming the man who already knows his worth, you naturally attract women who respect and value your presence. You don't need to chase anyone. You are whole on your own. Now, take control of your emotional life and your relationships. Subscribe to our channel to learn more about how to transform your relationship dynamics, improve your emotional self-sufficiency, and create true and respectful connections. Click the subscribe button now and join our community of men who are taking control of their emotional lives and attracting women in a natural and respectful way. Don't miss the next videos.